Indonesia has the largest population of Muslims in the world, with more than 200 million Muslims in this country, which accounts for 87% of the Indonesian population. What a huge number.
Alright, so last year I joined an international service learning project in Indonesia for volunteering works. We work on community development and taught English and math in primary school. All of the villagers practice Islam and the people would attend prayer at the mosque 5 times daily. The children get together every evening to read the Quran. They are all sincerely devout Muslims. Sometimes I accompany those children when they were reading Quran, but at that time, they didn't know I am not a Muslim. During these volunteering weeks, we study with kids, have fun with teenagers, and work with the villagers. We were really just like a family. However, they still didn't know I am a Christian. Just a few days before we left, the thing that I was worried the most happened. One day, when I was having supper with my Indonesian Christian roommate, hey! A teenager named Adi ran to us, pointed his finger at me, and asking me a question. Apa kamu kebelajarmu? My roommate translated his question to me, and I was like, oh gosh. You know, those frightening news pictures and terrible conflict scenes between Christian and Muslim from the history flooded into my mind. You probably can imagine how I felt like the air was suddenly stuck in a moment. I had no idea how to respond as I was afraid to let him know the truth. So I asked my roommate, did he ask you before? What was your response? I just told him that I'm a Christian. Oh, then tell him my religion is same as yours. Sama sepertimu. Adi came to me and gave me a big hug with a warm smile. It sounds like a happy ending, right? But actually, I was stunned by his reaction, and I asked my roommate to check. What I say is, my religious beliefs is same as yours, not same as his. Guess what? My roommate checked it to me and gave me the same answer. Yes, he got it. I was stunned again, but this time, my tear really just dropped down my cheeks. I was so moved by his initial response. I happily gave a hug back to him and breathed a sigh of relief. However, I felt a sense of guilt after I was so touched by him. Guilty because of the Muslim perception from the media and news, or that I have almost no Muslim friends. I couldn't help associating Islam with terrorism. I know, I wasn't supposed to have that thought. I apologize. What depressed me more was that I have majored in religious studies for almost 3 years. I learned the doctrine of Islam before. I know Islam's doctrine is always in pursuit of peace, and most Muslims do not agree with terrorism. Besides, I read a research article from FBI showed that up to 94% of terrorist attacks from 1980 to 2005 in the States were not committed by Muslims. I cannot believe that I still had anxiety in the moment. But you know, what upset me the most was that I have gotten with them for almost 3 weeks. I wasn't supposed to believe those exaggerated hypes instead of the relationship that we struck up together. But I did, even though it was just a moment. Afterwards, we still studied together, had fun together, and of course, worked together. Now, all the villagers know that I am a Christian. So what? From then on, I finally realized that making friends in different cultures is not that hard. There is no obstacle that can impede friendship to make friends. Even the most sensitive one, religion. If you ask me whether I knew Islam is a peaceful religion or whether I knew making friends is not that hard before going there, I will answer, of course I knew. But to be honest, if I hadn't really stepped out of my comfort zone, if I hadn't really experienced their culture, if I hadn't really gotten along with them for a whole month, I'm pretty sure that I couldn't have gotten rid of some stereotypes that were imprinted in my mind. So why don't you try to get yourself involved in a cross-cultural experience? You will find that the world is much better than you think. Hope to see you soon. Bye!